It is currently 7:33 a.m. Tuesday morning, and Dan Hooker is still in New Zealand. He is fighting on Saturday in Las Vegas. Historically, he would already be in Las Vegas, as Alex Volkanovski is already in Las Vegas, but there he is, I believe, at home in New Zealand. Good morning to you, Dan.
Good morning, Ariel. That's a lot to take in, but I think you wrapped it up pretty well.
Okay, so as of right now, as we are talking on Monday afternoon in New York City, Tuesday morning in New Zealand, this fight is on. You are fighting Saturday night in Las Vegas against Nasrat.
I'll be there. That's all. That's all in the clear now. That visa was the only thing stopping me. It came till like last Friday here in New Zealand. My flight was Sunday, and the consulate got in touch with me and said, "No, we're not going to be able to process your visa till the end of this week." And I was just like, I'd done so much work to get to this point right now. So I went to social media. I turned to MMA Twitter. I turned to social media. I was on the 6 o'clock news here in New Zealand on a few different stations, and just everyone getting behind me and just bombarding the consulate. Like, people were submitting like get Dan Hooker's visa as like full application. So it was everyone's help. Then out of the blue, they said, all right, we'll give you an appointment Monday at midday. Don't miss it. I got down there, got it done. So as far as I'm concerned, this fight's away. I'll be getting out of here Thursday.
Okay, well, this is unbelievable stuff. Did you know the entire camp that it would come down to the wire, or were you told at the last minute, hey, we're not going to get this visa, and then you started to worry? This camp has been a pretty tricky one. So when I signed this fight, I signed it like 5 weeks ago, Sunday. And then that Tuesday, we went into like a complete lockdown here in New Zealand. And if you don't know about lockdown in New Zealand, it's not like lockdown in other places. Like everything, absolutely everything shut. The US embassy shut as well. So the consulate was shut. They weren't processing any visa applications. UFC got in touch with them and they said, all right, he can't come down to the embassy to get his visa, so you can post it in. So I filled out all the forms. I got it posted in. And yeah, I was sitting around waiting for 4 weeks to kind of get that thing returned. They had my passport for the last 4 weeks, and then for it to come to last Friday and then to say that they're not going to get it done in time was just I couldn't accept that. That's something that I just couldn't accept. Did they tell you, like, did they initiate, or did you call them and say, hey, what's the status of my visa? Like, did they give you the heads up to say, hey, we don't think this is going to happen, or did you have to ask them?
So like the UFC was speaking to them directly. You know, I was going through the people at the UFC were speaking to the people at the consulate, and they were confident that we were going to get it done. Like the embassy knew the time frame. They knew they knew where my flight was. They knew why I was going, and for it to come down to the wire like a day or two before my flight, for them to tell me they were calling me to tell me the fight's canceled.
Man.
And I was just like, nah, I'm going to take this into my own hands.
Do you think if you don't make it public, if you don't go on Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff, this doesn't happen, you're not fighting on Saturday?
Without a doubt. 100%, without a doubt.
Wow.
If I didn't put the pressure on them, like no one from the embassy is going to, or the consulate is going to come out and say, yeah, all right, if you just bombard us on social media and absolutely harass us on the 6 o'clock news, that you're going to get your visa application like processed a lot faster. Like they're obviously not going to come out and say that, but for it to come out of the blue like that, for them to have like no real back and forth discussions, and then for something like an appointment to come out of the blue, as far as I know, that's the only appointment they've granted for the last 5 or 6 weeks.
No way. Really? Wow. That's unbelievable. So what about like Eugene and Eugene's going to be there, right?
Yeah, but he can just come across on a ESTA. I need a work visa. I need a P1 visa. So that was the real holdup.
Okay. Wow. When you went there, what did they say to you? Like, how did they receive you? Were they annoyed that you bombarded them? What was that like? Nah, like nothing. I went down there. The doors open and the guy just like put his hand out. He just put his hand out because I had to hand him, some, like a last minute photo. I had to hand him that. And then he took that, went upstairs, and then I waited outside for an hour and a half. And then an hour and a half later, he came down and someone else just passed me my passport and left. Like not like a single word was spoken.
Were you nervous in that moment, or did you think you got it?
Oh, I had to have it. Had to have it. Like I couldn't. You just wasted energy thinking about like the negative stuff, like it not happened. That in terms of everything, that's the easy part. Getting your visa and all the flights and things like that, that's the easy part, getting to the fight. You still have to focus on the main thing, which is getting in there with one of the best fighters in the world and competing.
Okay, and so why are you leaving on Thursday? Why can't you leave? It's Tuesday now. You got it on Monday in New Zealand. Why Thursday?
So there's only like two flights out of the country that direction a week. So it's either Sunday or Thursday. Those are like the only two ways that you can get to North America. There's like flights leaving New Zealand on Tuesday and stuff like that, but they're like you fly the opposite direction. So if I could have got on a flight Tuesday, but it's something like 50 hours. You would have to fly 17 hours to Dubai and then like 14 hours to LA and then like
gosh.
I would have got there Thursday anyway. So it's better. This is my only real option. If you miss that Sunday flight, then Thursday's the only flight.
Was that always the case, or is this a COVID thing with this limited amount of flights?
Oh, that's a COVID thing. Okay. Man, before COVID, you fly out every half an hour out of New Zealand. Like this is it's a COVID thing, 100%.
And so what time is your flight on Thursday, and what time are you scheduled to land in Las Vegas on Thursday?
My flight's 7:40. Leave New Zealand 7:40 p.m. Thursday, and then pretty much like because I got to fly to LA and then sit around there for a bit, and then I'll get to Vegas. Arrive in Vegas. I think it's 7:30 p.m. in Vegas. So by the time you get to the hotel, like an hour and a half. Probably like 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. by the time I get to the hotel and all checked in and stuff, and then weigh in 9 a.m.
So you land at 9 p.m. Thursday night, and that's 12 hours till the weigh-ins. That I don't know if that's ever happened. I think that is a first in UFC history. No one has ever arrived that late. They'd probably tell you for sure. But even Darren Till got there before when he tried to make that fight in New York, which he did. How worried are you about the weight cut?
Nah, I'm not worried. I got the right people. Work with the fight dietitian. He does all of that kind of stuff for the boys. I'm not concerned about it. That's the small stuff. We can iron that out.
Okay. Could I ask how much do you weigh right now?
Like a normal lightweight weight, like 70, 78.
78 kilos?
Kilos. I don't know. Yeah.
Let me see. I just want to get for my own 78 kilos to pounds. It would be you're 171 and you have to make 156.
Yeah, about that.
And by Thursday when you fly out at 7:30 p.m., what is the goal that you would weigh?
No, I'm not sure. Like it's like any weight cut, you just take it as it comes. Like some are easy, some are tough. I'm prepared for absolutely anything.
Okay.
I'm prepared for like I don't know how your body holds on to the water from flights. I don't know how long it holds it. Like I'm just gonna do what I'm told and focus on the fight. Like that'll work itself out. Whether it's a hard cut or whether it's an easy cut, that's once I'm there, I'm there.
But you are confident you will make that weight?
Oh, without a doubt.
Are you flying by yourself?
Eugene's on the same flight.
Oh, he is. Was he always flying that late, or is he staying back for you?
Yeah, he hung tight. He hung tight till the last minute. He was on the Sunday flight too, but then once that wasn't going to happen, he got pushed to the Thursday flight as well.
Now, this is all, it's a crazy story. It's fun for us to talk about all this stuff. But as you said, end of the day, you're fighting another man, a very good fighter, on Saturday. How have you been able to stay focused, prepare while you're dealing with all this other drama?
Oh, this is just another piece of this camp. This camp has been, it's been like a tricky one, moving like straight into lockdown. So we went into lockdown like 5 or 6 weeks ago. And pretty much lockdown, they give you till midnight. And then wherever you are midnight, you have to stay there for the entire lockdown. So Eugene put the call out and he's just like, all right, Dan's got to fight. A couple of other guys have got to fight. Everyone move into the gym, get there with all your stuff, your bedding and stuff like that before midnight. And then we'll ride this lockdown out in the gym.
Wow.
We were there for 2 weeks. And then, then the police came through and they like reassessed the situation because the boys had done it before for one of Israel's camps. The police said they like reinterpreted the rules and they're gonna break the camp up. So you guys have got to get out of the gym. So then they gave us the boot from the gym. Eugene made the decision for everyone to like break off. And then I tried to get my visa sorted pretty much from that moment onwards. I was like hounding the UFC because everyone had to go to their houses. I had to go to my house and I've been riding out the last 3 or 4 weeks of this fight camp just at my house.
Doing what? Push-ups and sit-ups?
Staying fit. Doing fit.
Do you have a gym at your house?
Staying fit. No, I do not have a gym. I have a gym, so I train at City Kickboxing.
Yes.
I also own a gym. I own my own gym, but that's I'm not allowed there.
Oh
I'm not under like the lockdown. I'm not allowed at that gym, even by myself under like the New Zealand lockdown rules. Like even though I own the gym and it's empty, I'm not allowed to go there by myself.
That's crazy. You can't just go on the treadmill if you want, and there's not a soul in sight.
Nah. So people were like, I was here last week. I was here the end of last week, and then it was like 11 p.m. I'm like sitting on the couch, and then I've got like missed calls. So I give like the number a call back, and it's like the police, and they're just like, man, we've had reports that you're with 5 people at your gym training. I'd have been on the couch the whole day. I've been sitting on the couch the whole day. They were like, we've had reports you and 5 people have been training at your gym, Combat Academy, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, what? And they were like, we went around to this address looking for you. We went around to this address looking for you. And I was like, I haven't lived in one of those places in years. And the other place is a rental property. I was like, so are you serious? Someone called the police, made like a false claim on what I was doing.
What?
They came and investigated. They went and knocked on my like rental property. And they went, hey, is Dan Hooker living here? Like I'm pretty sure they don't even know who I am. Well, they definitely do now. The police cars have showed up looking for me.
Well, so I saw a couple articles like in major publications, and it's crazy. There's like pictures of you and Eugene and Brad Riddell, like taken from paparazzi, like from far away of you guys leaving the gym. And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? This is crazy. You guys have, and I think did they like give you 2 warnings and they said the next time there's going to be a fine and all this stuff?
Well, they said that the breaking up the camp was like a bubble. And then obviously, they broke up for that. And then our next plan was to fly out to the States, but I still needed a visa. So after they broke up the bubble, we tried to, from that bubble of 15 guys, we just picked a couple of guys, like 2-3 guys. And then, working at my academy, like trying to stay fit and what like that. But like a reporter, he was like, I can see him on camera. Like he was camping out there from 5 a.m. So he was with like a long lens camera on my neighbor's property. He was like down the end of a driveway with like a long lens camera. And yeah, he took like a couple of pictures. He didn't just call the cops. Like that guy went to like the Ministry of Health. That guy got in touch with like the chief of police and stuff. So shit travels downhill. So it ended up like with heaps of heat. So after that, they were like, man, one more time. Pretty much I get caught one more time, they're going to arrest me.
Come on. Is there any end in sight to this like current lockdown? Have they said by this date they will ease up?
So like it kind of New Zealand lockdowns like started like the strictest, and then it will move down levels. It just went, so it goes level 4 and it just went to like level 3 yesterday, which is pretty much, you can get takeaways. Like that's like the only addition between. So it's not real helpful that it's moving down levels anyway.
What are we going to do about the hair?
I reckon I'll give it a shot. I reckon I'll give it a shot at a fade.
You're going to do it because I saw on your Instagram you were asking people. I just spoke to Volkanovski. He shaved it down to nothing. Are you going to do that? You wouldn't do that, right? I mean, you got the full head of hair.
Oh man, come on! If I attempt a fade, I have to be. There's a 99% chance that I'm going to end up with a bald head anyway.
Yeah.
So I think I'll leave that one as a surprise for Thursday.
Okay, fair enough. Just a couple other things I want to ask you about. I saw recently that you said eventually, by the time your career is done, you will do bare knuckle. This is something that you want. Were you kidding when you said that?
There is like a fine art to bare knuckle boxing.
Oh my!
If you go watch the Irish, the Travelers do it. Like they do it justice. I feel like it's like a real skill. It's probably it's definitely why MMA fighters have a lot of success in bare knuckle boxing against boxing. Just the smaller gloves like changes the guard a lot. Like it changes a lot of things. If you watch like a few of the like gypsy guys doing it. They're like 45-minute fights, 50-minute fights. Some of the most technical fights you'll ever watch. Like Joe Joyce, like some of the most technical fights you'll ever watch. That to me is like an art to it. We'll see. It's a completely different art.
Okay. Something you're interested in, you have respect and admiration for, but you're not running to go do it.
I'm not. I'm not gonna like not re-sign a UFC contract.
Gotcha. Fair enough. And Arman Sarukian, not happy with you. Called you out, even though you have a fight this weekend. I'm assuming you saw the call out. You saw his fight. You want to get by Nasrat, but is this something that you're interested in if all goes well on Saturday?
Yeah, like Wilson, man, I've been in a bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw the call out and I was just like, man, I got enough on my plate. I don't have time to kind of think about what's happening next. So it's I'll get in there with Nasser. That's my 100% focus at the moment.
Any talk of, hey, I'll get in Thursday. What UFC is going to be in Vegas the following week? Like, why don't they just let you fight the following week and not squeeze this in?
Like Sean Shelby called me up and he pretty much said, "You're crazy. I'll just move it to the following week." But if I fight on that show, even if you put me on the first fight of the night, I can't get back into New Zealand indefinitely. So I miss my booking in the quarantine to get back into New Zealand. And it's a lottery system now. So they just switched it to like a lottery system. Every couple of months, they draw it out of a lottery. So you miss that 4 times. That's a year. You can't go home for a year. You miss the lottery 4 times. They ain't no going home. So it's that's a no option, like being locked out of my home, away from my family and my businesses and my gym and my team for maybe a year for the sake of pushing that fight a week. I'm out.
So do you have a return flight now?
Yeah, like I make it. Like that's why I was so adamant on this date for months.
Gotcha.
For months. This is why I'm like willing to fight
like an unranked fighter. Like same thing. Like the UFC came to me and they were like, I don't have anyone in the rankings for you to fight on that date. They're either matched or injured or, not picking up the telephone. So it's, I was like, get someone unranked then. I will fight absolutely anyone on that day. It has to be that day purely for the fact that after the fight, I can return to New Zealand.
When's your return flight?
A week later. So I'm in Las Vegas till October 2nd, I believe.
Right. And that's when the next fight is, but you wouldn't be able to make it because it's literally on the day of the fight. That is crazy.
Like hours. Like you have to be on the right flight. Like they can't even push me to the next flight. Like I missed that flight. My God. I'm locked out of New Zealand indefinitely.
This is so stressful. And so you had to almost get the return and then get the fight, right? Like you had to find
that's how it worked. Wow. That's how it worked. I booked this voucher to get back into New Zealand in May. So I've had this since May. So I've been absolutely hounding the UFC since May to fight on this card. Yeah.
Do you like Nas? Like, did you know who he was?
I've seen him fight before. Yeah, I definitely seen him fight before. And like how it happened was like super respectful. Like I had like a little bit of back and forth with Arman and stuff like that. Like I put up a post like, I'll fight a guy unranked, ranked. Like, I don't care. I need to fight on this date. Like I went public with that to try and find an opponent after the UFC was like, I don't have anyone for you to fight. So I went public with that. I was like, I'll fight anyone who in the division is willing to put their hand up. Like Arman starts talking shit and I was like, cool. Like I've got to fight. I start like arguing back with him. I say, all right, let's fight. And he says, like, he comes out like a week or two later, like, oh no, I'm already booked. I've got to fight. I was like, why are you talking shit then? Why are you running your mouth? You know what I mean? Like you'll see me say some wild stuff, but that's fighting words. I'm trying to fight a guy. It's very rarely you'll see me talking smack if I already have a fight. So Nasser actually like DM'd me and he's just like, hey man, like I'll fight you on that date. Like I'm willing to step up and fight you. And I was like, man, let's get it done then. I went to Sean Shelby. How about Nasser? He said, yeah, cool. We'll get that signed off. So it was like super respectful between like me and Nasser. He just messaged me. Yeah, I'll take the fight. Yeah, it's like super respectful back and forth then.
Good guy. He seems like a good guy. My heart goes out to him. I know he recently lost his mother. And I know I heard you say, I think it was to Submission Radio, like what you've been going through pales in comparison to what he's gone through. And so it's cool to see, the relationship that you guys have, even though you're fighting each other on Saturday. And I give you both a lot of respect for having to overcome all of this just to get to the fight. Also, I want to ask about your teammate, Vaques. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Is there any update on his situation? I know you guys were very upset about the punishment given to the murderers. Has that changed at all?
Nah, that ain't going anywhere. The wheels of justice move very slowly. So There was like four of them involved in the attack. That's one of them who pled guilty. That's why he pled guilty, got 6 months home detention. The other three, their trial is next October. So next October. So we wait a year. We're going to wait a year.
I thought you meant next month.
Wait a year until. No. So it's 13 months until their trial. So there's not going to be any clarity on that situation for a long time. But we just wanted to highlight that first sentence just to show everyone that this is not like a good sign for the future. Like there needs to be a harsher penalty here in New Zealand for that, because that's terrible.
Absolutely. Well, I hope it all works out and that you guys are happy with the verdicts and what is given out as far as punishment is concerned. So in conclusion, Dan, 2 more days till you fly out. What do you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What are you doing to now? You should be in Vegas, right? You should be in the hotel and going. What are you going to be doing the next 2.5 days before you fly out?
Yeah, I don't know. Sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I got a lot of interviews. Just from my house, I guess.
Are you alone there, or is your
PlayStation?
Is your family with you?
No, my wife and daughter are here.
Okay. Well, at least you have some company. And it's Auckland to LA, Vegas.
Yeah.
How long is that in the air total?
Like I think Auckland to LA is like 12, 13.
Okay.
And then I don't know.
Then 1 hour or so.
I'm waiting around.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Wait around for a couple of hours, and then it's like an hour.
Man, God bless, my man.
Small potatoes.
Yeah. I can't wait to see you on that scale on Friday. You are handling this so well with a smile. I would be crapping my pants. I mean, God bless you, man. I would be so nervous. I'd be in a ball in the corner crying. But you are an inspiration the way you're handling this, and I'm so happy that you got the visa, that they listened to you, that they, that they smartened up a little bit about the situation, that you're able to earn a living and fight. And I can't wait to see you fight on Saturday. Thank you so much for doing this and waking up early to talk to us as well. I really appreciate it. Good luck to you, Dan. We're pulling for you to make that flight, to get in the air and to land in Las Vegas, to have a healthy, safe weight cut, and then to step on that scale and then eat a big old meal on Friday in Vegas, my friend. All the best.
Thank you very much. See you there.
Yep. See you there. Wow. Unbelievable. Dan Hooker. What a story.